My name is Adrian Cole, and a year ago, I had everything people dream about. Luxury cars, a giant mansion, expensive watches, millions in my bank account. Everywhere I went, people treated me like I was unstoppable. I built my business from nothing, and by 24 years old, I became one of the youngest millionaires in the country. People online called me an inspiration. I honestly thought my life could never fall apart. But I was wrong. One night, everything changed. I started getting phone calls nonstop. Investors were pulling out. My company's stocks crashed. Banks froze my accounts. In less than a week, I lost almost everything I owned. I remember standing in my empty mansion while movers carried my furniture away. My cars got repossessed. Employees quit. News reporters started making videos about me failing. Then social media turned against me. People laughed at me. They called me fake. Some people even celebrated my downfall. And honestly, it broke me. A month earlier, I was flying on private jets. Now I was sitting alone in a tiny apartment eating instant noodles because it was all I could afford. I felt embarrassed, angry, lost. One night my mom called me. She said, "Adrian, losing money isn't failure. Giving up is." That sentence stayed in my mind. The next morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. and decided I wasn't done yet. I started studying business again. I worked long hours every single day. I went to meetings where people rejected me before I could even finish talking. But I kept going. I stopped caring about looking rich. I stopped caring about impressing people online. For the first time in my life, I focused on becoming stronger instead of becoming famous. Then one day, I met a businessman named Daniel. Most people only saw the millionaire who failed. But Daniel saw someone who survived failure and learned from it. We started a small business together in a tiny office with barely any money. No luxury, no giant team, just hard work. There were days I wanted to quit, days I doubted myself. But every time life knocked me down, I reminded myself how far I'd already come. Slowly, things started changing. More clients came in. The business started growing. People who laughed at me suddenly wanted to work with me again. But this time I was different. When I became successful again, I didn't care about showing off anymore. I cared about helping people. I cared about building something real. A few years later, I stood on a stage speaking in front of thousands of people. And I told them something I wish I understood earlier. Losing my millions was one of the worst things that ever happened to me. But it also became the reason I discovered who I really was. Because true success isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up every single time life knocks you down.